What if I told you an electric truck just dropped for 10,000? And it's not a prototype. BYD's CEO walked on stage, pulled the cover, and sent shockwaves through the auto world. This is a real, rugged, work-ready pickup. With 200-plus miles of range, 3-ton towing, solar charging, and a price tag so low, it's got Ford, Tesla, and Rivian shaking in their boots. Designed for farmers, workers, and small businesses, not tech bros, and it's already in production. Welcome to the truck that could kill the mid-price market. This is the BYD 10K revolution. Let's go. The 10K reveal that disrupted the market picture. This, a massive screen behind him, dramatic music building, and BYD's CEO walks out, cool as ever. He doesn't say when, just pulls the cover off a new truck. But not just any truck. It's a fully electric pickup, and it costs just $10,000. The room goes silent, then boom, the buzz hits like a shockwave. The CEO pauses, looks around, and delivers the line that's now going viral. "We built this for workers, not wallets." That single sentence cuts through all the noise. He wasn't talking to Silicon Valley. He was talking to the guy laying bricks, fixing power lines, or driving bags of rice across a bumpy road in rural Kenya. What shocked the audience even more? This isn't a concept vehicle. No flashy light show, no distant production date. It's real, it's in production, and the global rollout is already in motion. No waiting list for 2027, it's coming now, and the world isn't ready. One EV analyst at the event whispered, "If this thing actually works, the whole industry's got to pivot." Because for the first time ever, a brand didn't just say affordable EV, they actually delivered one. No gimmicks, no luxury markup. Just a clean, working machine for the price of a used hatchback. And now the big question everyone's asking, what can this truck actually do? Let's dive in. What this truck can actually do, all right? So it's 10K. But is it just a cheap toy? Not even close. This pickup packs a 200-plus mile range, running on BYD's famous LFP Blade battery, which is known for being safe, reliable, and way cheaper to produce. That range isn't just good for city errands, it's enough for serious field work or deliveries in wide rural zones. Need to haul stuff? No problem. This beast pulls a 3-ton towing capacity. That's up there with mid-sized workhorses like the Toyota Hilux or Ford Ranger. A builder in Indonesia who test drove it said, "It doesn't feel like an EV, it feels like a real truck." Because it is. No weak frame here. This thing's built to drag bricks, cement, or even a trailer full of goats. Inside, it's stripped down, but smart. There's USB-C and AC ports, optional solar panel roofing, and built-in support for electric tools. That means you can charge up a drill or even run a small welding machine on site. No generator needed. That's a game changer for remote crews or mobile vendors. And the dashboard, digital but basic. You've got over-the-air updates, diagnostics, and your essentials. No 16-inch touchscreens or singing assistants. Just what you need, nothing you don't. A driver in Vietnam nailed it. It's not a tech toy, it's a tool you can drive. So what's the vibe? Not flashy, not trendy, but definitely tough. Next up, we break down why this truck is a no-nonsense workhorse. A no-frills workhorse, not a lifestyle toy. This truck doesn't care about Instagram or tailgate parties. It's made for the people who start their mornings before sunrise and end their shifts covered in dust. Farmers, electricians, bricklayers, couriers, that's the core audience. The design, straight up practical. Step inside and you'll notice one thing immediately. You can hose it down. The floors are washable, the seats are simple but strong, and the interior is made to take a beating. No suede, no ambient lighting, just durable materials built to last. A fleet manager in Brazil laughed and said, "This thing's more shovel than steering wheel." And I love that. The truck bed, pure steel. Not plastic panels or lightweight gimmicks. It's reinforced to handle rough terrain, potholes, gravel roads, steep hills, even shallow streams. Test footage from China showed it bouncing through clay roads without flinching. It's built like a tank, just without the price tag. Don't expect plush leather or luxury finishes. This truck's job is simple. Get people and cargo from A to B. No drama. It's meant to last a decade, even if it lives in heat, mud, or salty air. A telecom worker in rural Thailand summed it up best. It's not pretty, but it doesn't die. And perhaps that's the most important part. While other brands are racing to add features, BYD went the other way. They stripped it down to just what matters. That's why fleet buyers are calling it the first electric truck that actually makes business sense. Let's put it side by side with the big names: Ford, Rivian, Tesla. How does this 10K upstart compare to the industry titans? You're about to find out. Compared to the big names, Lightning, Rivian, Cybertruck. All right, time to throw some heavyweights into the ring. Because when BYD dropped a 10K fully electric truck, the obvious question was, how does it stack up against the giants? Let's start with Ford. The F-150 Lightning, America's electric sweetheart, starts near $50,000, and that's before upgrades or dealer markups. Sure, it's loaded, touchscreen, everything, plush interiors, but do rural drivers need all that? A delivery contractor in Peru said, "I don't need a fridge in my truck. I need it to move bricks." And that's the whole point. Then there's the Rivian R1T. Gorgeous, futuristic, and brutally expensive. Price tag? Over $70,000. That's luxury SUV money. Great for tech bros, less useful for banana farmers in Vietnam or construction crews in Nairobi. Oh, and the Cybertruck? It's sitting pretty around $60K and up, depending on the variant. Wild design, stainless steel, but let's be real, it's more sci-fi than field-ready. Not exactly ideal if you're driving through potholes or fixing a generator in a storm. Now drop that BYD pickup into the mix. It's nearly 80% cheaper and functionally on par for the tasks that matter most. Hauling, charging tools, driving long miles without needing a supercharger. As one auto journalist said, if you remove the fluff, BYD is actually delivering what trucks were made for. So how did BYD pull this off? How do you build an EV truck for 10 grand without cutting corners? The answer is genius. Let's unpack that. How BYD built it so cheap. Here's the deal. BYD didn't just build a truck, they rebuilt the whole supply chain. Every piece, from the battery to the motor to the computer chips, is made in-house. No markups, no third-party vendors, no foreign dependencies. It's all done under one roof. And those roofs? We're talking massive gigafactories, optimized with automation and robotics. That means fewer workers on repetitive tasks, less waste, and faster build times. The result? High volume, low cost. A factory engineer said, it's like making rice. Once the process is dialed in, the price drops fast. The real star here is the Blade battery, BYD's signature. It's cobalt-free, which cuts cost and removes one of the biggest fire risks in EVs. It's safe, cheap to make, and long-lasting. No wonder other automakers are already trying to license it. And of course, it helps when your country's on your side. China's government subsidies, plus land and utility deals, give BYD a massive head start. That's why a 10K electric truck is reality in Shenzhen, while others are still stuck in design meetings. A financial analyst put it best, BYD didn't find a loophole. They built the whole system from scratch and made it bulletproof. But who's this truck really for? It's not your average EV buyer. Up next, we break down exactly who BYD built this beast for. And it's not the people sipping oat milk lattes. Who this truck is actually made for. This isn't an EV for luxury showrooms or city sidewalks. This is a work truck for real-world warriors. Think farmers in Argentina, construction crews in India, or delivery drivers in rural Philippines. The people who actually keep things running without needing a $70K budget. What makes it a good fit? First, it's tough without needing high-speed chargers. This thing can juice up from a regular home socket or even from solar panels. That means it works perfectly in places where fast charging networks are rare or non-existent. A utility worker in Laos said, "As long as I've got the sun and an outlet, I can keep going." Second, it's simple to maintain. No fancy diagnostics, no overpriced dealership tricks. You can swap batteries, update over the air, or do basic repairs without calling in a specialist. It's closer to a toolbox than a tablet, and that's a good thing. Third, it's designed for people who need to earn, not impress. No frills, no ego. It's the kind of truck that helps you build a small business, deliver goods, or move heavy cargo, even in rough weather or rural terrain. And most importantly, it's a truck with a purpose. As a BYD spokesperson said, "It's a vehicle for people who get paid by the hour, not paid by the tweet." The buzz is building. From Vietnam to Brazil, demand is exploding. Let's take a look at how this 10K workhorse is making waves worldwide. Demand is already surging. The minute BYD pulled the curtain, the emails started flying. In less than a month, over 18,000 inquiries poured in from buyers across the globe. And that's just the beginning. This isn't just interest, it's real demand. One BYD regional exec put it bluntly, "We're not chasing buyers. Buyers are chasing us." Take Brazil, for example. Government fleet managers are already eyeing the truck for municipal work, everything from road maintenance to waste collection. Why? Because replacing gas pickups with these could save millions annually. One mayor said, "It's simple math. This truck pays for itself in a year." Over in Kenya, utility companies are requesting early test units for fieldwork in remote regions. In Vietnam, telecom providers see it as the perfect tool for climbing tough terrain while carrying heavy gear. Even NGOs are getting in. Groups focused on aid delivery are asking for bulk orders to use in disaster zones and supply chains. And it's not just talk. Dealerships in Mexico and Chile are already sorting out import paperwork. Some are planning localized launch events, with pre-orders stacking up before the first shipment even lands. A dealership owner in Guadalajara said, "We've never had this much buzz for a truck, especially an EV. It's clear people want it, but what if you need something a little different?" And let's check out how this truck's modular design makes it the Swiss Army knife of the road, designed to be modified. This isn't a truck that says, "Take me as I am." It says, "Make me what you need." BYD built this rig with modularity in mind, and that means it's not just a pickup, it's a platform. You want a flatbed version? Done. Need to turn it into a mobile clinic? Let's go. In fact, BYD is already offering build kits, bolt-on modules that turn the base truck into specialized machines. There's a refrigerated unit for fresh produce delivery, a mobile office shell for remote engineers, even a camper conversion for off-grid living. A rural business co-op in Laos told local media, "We're turning it into a moving market. Solar roof, cold storage, full setup." And it gets better. BYD is encouraging local cooperatives and workshop crews to design their own add-ons. Need an ambulance that fits dirt roads? Make it. Want to convert it into a mobile classroom? Do it. The core truck is simple, sturdy, and easy to hack, on purpose. A spokesperson from BYD said, "We didn't want to sell a perfect truck. We wanted to sell a truck people could perfect." It's a different way of thinking, and one that works especially well in rural zones where one size fits all never really fits. The real brilliance here is that every country can adapt it. A mechanic in Uganda can turn it into a cargo hauler. A farmer in Peru can turn it into a milk truck. It's an open canvas, and people are already painting. So what does all this mean for the big-name brands? Spoiler, they're sweating. Let's talk about how this 10K machine is becoming a quiet but serious threat. A quiet threat to established brands. While the internet is still laughing about the Cybertruck's windows, executives at Ford, Nissan, and GM are having some very real, very tense meetings. One, because BYD just threw a wrench in their most profitable market segment, the mid-price pickup. Look at the numbers. Most big automakers depend on 25K, 40K trucks for their global profits. These are the just affordable enough models that dominate Latin America, Southeast Asia, and parts of Africa. Now imagine those buyers turning to a 10K EV that does 90% of the same work. That's not just competition, that's destruction. Industry analysts are calling it a mid-sized market meltdown. One automotive strategist said, "This isn't a rival, it's a whole different economic model." BYD isn't making money from margin. It's making money from scale and system efficiency. That's something legacy brands simply aren't set up to copy overnight. It's also no accident that BYD's move echoes Toyota's legendary IMV strategy, the same one that brought us the Hilux and changed rural transport forever. Or Ford's Maverick, which reintroduced the affordable pickup in the US, but BYD? They've gone even further, electric, cheaper, and global first. Behind closed doors, it's panic mode. GM and Stellantis are reportedly scrambling teams to evaluate how fast they can prototype a low-cost EV pickup. But that takes years, and BYD is already shipping units, quietly, relentlessly. As one auto insider whispered, this isn't just disruption, this is war. Next up, boots on the ground. We're heading to farms, forests, and dusty back roads. Because this truck isn't just a headline, it's already out there working. Section 10 is where the rubber meets the road. Let's go. How it's already working in the field. You don't have to imagine how this 10K electric truck performs. The proof is already on the ground. In China's vast interior, videos show it hauling. Crops, cement bags, solar panels, even entire water tanks across dusty, uneven terrain. And the crazy part? It doesn't just survive. It thrives in Oman. Ishans. In rural Indonesia, a utility crew switched from diesel trucks to the BYD pickup for daily operations. The verdict? They've saved 30% in fuel and repair costs, and the torque makes climbing steep jungle roads way easier. One lineman said, "It's not fast, but it doesn't stop. That's what we need out here." Reports from farming villages near Sichuan show the truck being used to move livestock, irrigation gear, and even bamboo poles. It's not flashy, and it won't win any drag races, but it gets the job done. Plus, there's no roaring engine, just a quiet hum, which actually helps around animals in sleeping communities. The off-road performance is humble but functional. No air suspension or electronic terrain modes. Just strong traction, solid torque, and high ground clearance. It handles mud, gravel, and washboard roads better than most EVs designed for pavement. A bricklayer in northern Vietnam joked, "It doesn't glide, it climbs." What about upkeep? That's where this truck really shines. With no oil changes, fewer moving parts, and a modular battery design, maintenance is dirt cheap. Fleet owners report they've reduced service costs by half. No dealership tricks, no complex software locks. Just a simple machine doing serious work. And now it's not just farmers and delivery drivers paying attention. Mayors, ministers, and even the United Nations are watching this truck like hawks. Let's see why. Why governments are watching closely. This isn't just a good deal, it's a policy dream. Governments around the world are desperate to cut emissions, modernize public fleets, and lower fuel expenses. And guess what? A 10K electric pickup checks all those boxes, without needing to overhaul the grid. Take India, for example. City officials in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh are exploring pilot programs to use these trucks for forestry services, sanitation routes, and water delivery. Why? Because the trucks run quietly, emit zero pollution, and can be charged via rooftop solar in rural stations. In South America, cities like Medellin and La Paz are in talks to deploy BYD pickups for municipal tasks, trash collection, mobile health units, even street repairs. A sustainability officer in Ecuador said, "It's rare to find something both affordable and green. Usually you have to choose." Even global agencies are taking notice. The UN's Mobility Division is reviewing the truck as part of its rural logistics program, where cost, terrain, and emissions all matter. The World Bank is watching too, seeing it as a way to enable small infrastructure projects without diesel dependency. And there's a bonus. These trucks don't rely on fast charging networks. That's huge for developing nations, where high power charging is expensive and unreliable. Instead, these pickups can charge overnight at home or via portable solar rigs. One NGO rep summed it up. It's the only EV we've seen that's truly ready for remote life. Now you might be wondering, what about the competition? Are the big automakers just watching? Nope, they're scrambling. Let's see how they're reacting to the BYD bombshell. What the competitors are doing now, let's just say, the auto giants are officially on alert. BYD's 10K truck was the wake-up call no one expected. Now every major manufacturer with a mid-sized truck line is either racing to respond or pretending it's not happening. Spoiler-ish, it is. Toyota is closest with its IMBZ platform, a budget truck aimed at emerging markets. But it's still combustion-based, great on price, not so great on emissions. Toyota's team in Thailand has reportedly begun working on a battery electric variant, but insiders say it's at least 2 years away. Ford, meanwhile, is exploring a global Maverick EV, possibly built in Mexico or Brazil. The problem? It's still tied to existing platforms, meaning higher costs and longer timelines. A supplier insider said, Ford can't match 10K without cutting corners. BYD just made it look easy. What about Tesla? Well, let's just say this. Elon Musk has long promised a 25K compact EV, but we're still waiting. A 10K pickup from Tesla? Highly unlikely, at least in this decade. Tesla's model isn't built for affordability, it's built for margins and hype. And then there's GM and Stellantis. Both are reportedly in early research mode, looking into small-scale EV platforms for Latin America and Africa. But it's not just about building a cheap truck, it's about rethinking how to build one profitably. Something BYD already cracked. One Detroit analyst didn't sugarcoat it. If BYD scales globally, they won't just take market share, they'll set the new normal, the million-dollar question. What happens to the 30K truck category now? Because if 10K gets the job done, who's still paying triple? That's our final chapter. Let's bring it home. Will this kill the mid-price truck market? Let's not sugarcoat it. This truck isn't just a new product, it's a category killer. The moment you can buy a functional, reliable electric pickup for $10,000, the whole 30K, 40K segment starts to crack. The math just doesn't hold up anymore. Right now, big brands justify those prices with things like touchscreen size, infotainment, and brand history. But if the BYD pickup can haul the same load, last just as long, and cost 70% less, buyers will start asking the obvious question. Why am I paying 3 times more? Fleet managers, rural entrepreneurs, and government buyers especially, they don't want luxury, they want value. This puts serious pressure on legacy brands. If they don't pivot fast, they could lose millions of price-conscious customers worldwide. And here's the kicker. BYD isn't stopping here. Insiders say they're exploring localized production, which could bring the price even lower in some regions. Imagine a 9K version built in India or Africa. It's not fantasy, it's strategy. One global auto exec reportedly said, "We didn't lose to a cheaper truck, we lost to a smarter one." And in the end, that's what it comes down to. When a 10K truck does the job, who's still paying 40K?